easily or in a fluid way. I'll show you the way that we think that everybody should manage, and then you'll see how you get on with it. Sometimes it doesn't look quite as flowy as it should. So once you've done that foot, let's warm the other foot up. Then we're going to flow them together. And we're going to play with Aphrodite tonight a bit as well, and Demeter. So, and warm this one up. So we'll start with the basic pose, and then we'll add to it, and then we'll run it as a flow. So warming this up. I'm just going to mute everybody while you're warming your foot up. Okay. So, good. You can unmute yourselves when you want to speak. Okay. And if anybody wants funky leggings, one of the ladies who comes to classes makes these. So yeah, I'll send out her details. You can see her site; it's really funky. So I just love them all. So it was really hard to pick. So I picked these because they're a bit madder than the rest, I think. So, which suits me fine. Warming up nicely. Okay, let's come to sitting. We're going to look at Hestia first, go through the principles of Hestia. I'm going to put something so I can see what time we're at so I don't run over or under. Look at me, I've got a wee baby alarm clock because my clock broke. Okay, so we are going to sit. You can choose whether you want to sit with your legs crossed. You can sit on a block if you want to, or your legs out in front of you. If they're out in front of you, you want to have them hip distance apart, dorsiflexing at the ankles, but keeping the toes soft. So we want to be aware of not like trying to really pull back with the toes. We want to keep them as soft as we can. They will tension a bit, but we don't want them to over tension. Or you can have your knees together, feet together, and then keep your heels together and drop your knees out towards the side into a kind of diamond position. Here, we just want to be feeling like we're squishing marshmallows underneath and drawing the heels back towards us a little bit, the same as we do with the legs out in front for today, although there are other things we can do with them. So pick which one you want, or you can sit with your legs crossed. And if you need a block or a cushion underneath, you grab one. So the first thing we're going to do is making sure our feet are dorsiflexed. We're going to sit right on our sit bones. So you might want to move some muscle out of the way so you can feel them underneath you. Good. Then from here, we want to rock across the top of our sit bones. And what we're doing here is we're taking ourselves all the way back. So we're rolling off the top of our sit bones. And then we're going to roll all the way forward. So we roll forwards onto the front. And then we want to find the middle, right in the center. Then from there, we're going to take our hands up above our heads. And we're going to reach over to one side, opening up one side of your body and closing the other. So we've got shorter distance here. And then coming over to the other side, same thing. And then coming back to the center. And then pressing our ribcage back. And then pressing our ribcage forward. And then coming back to the center again. Okay, then hands down. Relax your face. Feel like your sit bones are growing into the floor. And feel like your head is pushing towards the ceiling. Now we're going to stretch our hands out towards the side, reaching out through our little fingers. We want to wiggle our fingertips so we can see them in our peripheral vision. We're just going to do one breath here, 3 breaths here in an apnea. As you inhale, I'd like you to think about your pelvic floor melting, like really nice and soft. And as you exhale, I'd like you to feel like it's coming back into being like a bar of chocolate, or it's drawing into the center a little bit. So it's just contracting a little. Now we're not, just before, relax your arms for a minute. We're not thinking about our sit bones pulling back in really tight and really contracting hard. We're thinking about our sit bones and our pelvic floor melting towards the side. And then as we exhale, they're coming back just to neutral. So again, we're finding a neutral position. It's where the pelvic floor rests. So it contracts when we cough or sneeze, it expands when we inhale, and it comes back to a neutral when we exhale. So this is important because we don't want to over-tension it when we exhale. So if we're thinking about the pelvic floor when we're breathing, we're thinking about that expansion and then neutral, expansion and then neutral. And then when we do the apnea, then we're lifting it and we're contracting it. Okay, let's do it. Hands out towards the side. Lengthen through those little fingers. Good. 3 breaths. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause, widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here, exhale, shake your arms off. So, sorry, Michelle, you just missed me like talking about the pelvic floor like it was chocolate, but I'm sure you'll get as we go along. So we're just thinking about inhaling and everything melting, exhaling everything coming back to neutral, but not contracting really hard on the exhale. Same, Lindsay. So that release and then coming back to the center, but not contracting hard. The contraction comes when we do the apnea. Okay, from here, so we're going to do the same thing, stretch out towards the side again. And as we inhale, we're going to bring our hands up, like we're really stretching out through our fingertips. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring our hands down, again, reaching out through our fingertips as we go. As our arms move up, we want to feel like somebody's holding our arms down just a little bit. So we're having to press them up. So really work in the shoulder girdle. And then as we exhale, somebody's holding them up. So we're going to press them back down again. Okay, we're going to do 3 and then our apnea. Are we ready? Let's do it. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs. As you widen your ribs, bring your hands up again. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. When they get to the top, we're going to extend our fingers. So our fingers point behind us and the heel of our hands points towards the ceiling. Nice. Hold until you need to inhale. And when you need to inhale here, inhale in position and exhale, shake it off. Okay, transition. So we're going to go into our transition. So that's going to be our sitting pose. The transition from here is this. We take our legs out in front of us. We put our hands behind us. Good. Excellent. So from here, we want to feel like our ribcage and pelvis are still equal distance away from each other. We're going to gaze up towards the corners of the room. I'm going to bend our elbows a little, creating space across our shoulder blades. So we're making sure we've not got our neck right in our shoulders. Good. 3 breaths here, nice and slowly. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Now, as you exhale, the easiest way to come down is to come down one elbow and then the other elbow, and then slowly lower yourself to the floor. The way I was taught to do it, when I was first taught to teach this, was to take your hands out towards the sides, and you slide slowly down towards the floor, which is really actually very difficult. So if that seems a little bit too much for you, the easiest thing to do is to inhale, exhale, one elbow down, inhale again, so you're getting a little bit of compression and release in your rib cage. Exhale the other hand down, then inhale, exhale, slide your hands along the floor and come down. So pick which one you would like to do. We're going to execute it now. Okay, so hands behind us. We're going to have 3 breaths. You can choose which way you want to come down. I'm going to come down in a nice slow way. Actually, no, I'll come down the crazy way because the slow way is easy. So remember, you're moving on each exhale, one elbow, other elbow, and slide your hands down, and I'll do the crazy way, which is just coming down in one breath. So ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, start coming down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wherever you are, close your mouth and nose, pause and widen your ribs. Well done. Hold until you need to inhale. So wherever you ended up there, really well done. It's not an easy transition. So we're going into Demeter. We're going to have our knees bent, our feet hip distance apart, our feet dorsiflexed. We're going to squish those marshmallows underneath our feet. We're going to make sure our toes aren't too tight. We're going to stretch our hands out towards the side, palms face up in a nice T shape. We're going to rotate them and bring them into our second position. And then we're going to bring them down towards our pelvis. Excellent. As we inhale, we're going to bring one hand up. As we exhale, we're going to leave it there. Then we're going to inhale, bring the other hand up, exhale, leave it there. And then we're going to inhale, exhale, holding it, and then apnea. Okay, so we're going to move on our inhale with our first arm. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to take your left foot and place it on your right knee. You're going to take your right hand and take it and bring your left leg in towards the center of your body and bring your right hand down and place it somewhere on that thigh. You're going to press lightly into that thigh like a dimmer switch just switching on, and press the thigh into your hand. Same thing, dimmer switch just switching on. Press out through your elbows, both your feet are dorsiflexed. Try and relax your toes a little. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, bring both your hands down into Demeter, and we're going to repeat that same thing again. One arm up, both arms up, and then swap. So, ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. As you exhale, take your right foot and place it on your left knee. Bring your right knee in towards the center of you. Bring your left hand down to somewhere on that leg. Press lightly into the leg and press with the leg into the arm. Press out through your elbows. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale. We're going to bring both our feet in a little bit closer towards our buttocks for our Aphrodite. Hands are on the floor, palms face down. We want to feel here that we want to try and feel like we're pulling our arms away from our body, but pressing our arms into the floor at the same time. So we're opening through our shoulders. Reach your fingertips slightly towards your heels as well. We're doing 3 breaths here. On our third exhale, we're going to tilt our pelvis and come up into Aphrodite before we do the apnea. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Oh, I've done it again. I keep doing that with that. I'm so sorry. We'll do 3 breaths again and we'll make sure we come off on the last exhale. Oh, I'm so terrible. I'm sorry. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. I've done it again. Pause. Widen your ribs. Let's tilt and come up, pressing your knees over your feet in the front, holding your apnea as you come up because you're a terrible teacher. Dorsiflex your feet. Bring your hands over the top if you want to. Hold here. Think about your rib cage drawing down as your pelvis presses up. Press your knees over your feet. When you need to inhale, inhale here and exhale. Hands come down, body comes down, feet come down. I've got a total mental lock with that. I don't know what's going on. So we're going to come back up to our sitting position and we're going to run it like a routine and I will get it right when we come down the next time. Oh, we could have been there all night, eh? I don't know what's going on. Right, so to make sure the counting is right as well, I'm going to say this at the beginning. We are going to be using 3 and 6 for our counting, so I'll not go all over the place doing 3 and 6 sometimes and 7 and 8 others, just so you've got that in your head and in my head too. So 3 and 6 this time round. We did a lot of 7 and 8 last time, and we're going to come first to our sitting position. I might come on a little bit of an angle so you can see it. I don't know what it's going to be like. So we are sitting on our sit bones. You can choose where you want to have your legs. We're internally rotating. Oh no, we're externally rotating, reaching out through our fingertips. Dorsiflexing our feet, sitting right on those sit bones. Find those sit bones underneath you. Make sure your rib cage is evenly distanced away. Gaze towards your horizon. Good. Have a little check of your positioning. Reach out through your fingertips. We're going to move our arms up and down. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling here. As you exhale, taking your legs out in front of you, pressing your heels on your little marshmallows, taking your hands behind you, making sure you've still got that nice distance away from your pelvis. Bend your elbows a little, gaze up towards the corners of the room. 3 breaths here, ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Coming down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Other elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Slide down. Bring your feet in a bit closer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3. Out. 5. Internally rotate into first. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to start the next counts here. One arm moving up, and I will count right. Ready to inhale. First arm up. In, 2, 3, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other arm, 2, 3, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, place your left leg on your right knee. Bring your left knee in towards your body a little. Take your right hand and place it somewhere on that left thigh, pressing into it. Press out through your elbows. Check your pelvis and your spine are still neutral. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, feet come down, back into Demeter, ready to move on the inhale. In, 2, 3, pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next arm, 2, 3, pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling here. Exhaling, taking your right foot and placing it on your left knee. Bring your right knee in towards the center of you. Take your left hand down somewhere on that thigh. Press out through your elbows. Dorsiflex your feet. Let's breathe. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, take your feet a little bit closer in towards your buttocks. We're going to try and come up on the last exhale and then hold our apnea at the top. So hands down by our sides, in position, ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, tilt and come up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Widen your ribs for 10, 9. Dorsiflex if you want to. 7, 6. Bring your hands over the top if you want to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale. Release everything back down towards the ground. Pull your knees in towards your chest. I know there were things I was meant to cover tonight, and I promise I'll cover them next class. I was supposed to cover loads of stuff. Oh, I'm doing it at 9:30 next week. That's right. So pull one knee in towards your chest. Stretch the other leg nice and long. Good. Take a nice deep breath in and draw this knee a little bit closer in towards you. Wiggle your foot while you do it if you want. Good. And then bring in the other leg in. Swap them over. stretching it away along the mat, pulling the leg in towards you, and really take a nice deep breath here and drawing it in a little bit closer to release that hip flexor. Then rolling either onto your side, or if you're able to, rolling yourself up like a little ball,